Hey there, Leslie Sansone Williams coming to you today from Paralegal Coffee Talk on Facebook. So please come over and see us there. I'd love for you to say hi. You can ask questions over there as well and make comments. There are lots of live videos over there on the Paralegal Coffee Talk page. So you can go there, look on the left-hand side, click on videos and binge to your heart's content. Some videos over there that I haven't done on YouTube, so check that out. And also brought to you by Legal Break-In, my book on Amazon, and my class that's coming up called Paralegal Inner Circle. Pre-registration is coming up this Friday, the 23rd of February, as I record this, and also will start up on March 1st. So people have asked if they could pre-register, and I've agreed to that. So on Friday, check it out. I will announce it on my Facebook page that it's ready to go. So come on over there, like the page, and that way you'll get notified when certain things happen like this. So don't miss out on this class. This is a month-to-month inner circle coaching class that you can stay in for 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, whatever you desire. You have access to all of the classes that I've produced when you sign up. And there are 35 plus videos, plus including 7 hours of instruction, plus a free, private, exclusive Facebook group just for the people who sign up for the month to month. And there's a free book in there that's not published anywhere in a PDF format that you will have access to on hour 1 called Cover Letter Secrets, which I think is one of the most important books to use as your guide, and I will use that. You'll see it in my videos when I go through cover letters and resumes. And so there'll be a live video over in the Paralegal Coffee Talk group that will go into what this class covers as well. So you might as well go over there and check that out. So today we're going to do a continuation of a video, the link I'll post below to the first video called 3 Foundation Skills for the Paralegal. These are 3 more foundation skills for the paralegal that is very important for you as you look at this career. And also if you're a veteran, which you will know some of the, the first one that I cover, but you might not look at yourself as the second one that I'm covering or the third. So stay tuned for that. Filing is the number 1. Now, I just saw an ad for a job that is an hour south of where I live, and it said that they have gone totally paperless. So they don't use hard files anymore. They scan everything in and they go and use just the computer files. So they've saved themselves a ton of money by not having to buy paper. And they do all their exhibits to documents, to pleadings, just by typing it up, saving it as an exhibit, attaching it on the computer. So it's pretty interesting what's happening. But I haven't seen many ads that say that. So people are still using a lot of paper. I'd like to see that go by the wayside eventually. I think it will, just because of the sheer cost. But filing usually involves, still to this day, hard copies that you have to put in certain folders in usually an expandable red folder that we call Red Rope or Red Well, and people all across the country have different names for this folder, but it will go from it'll expand to a 3-inch size or expand to 5-inch or greater. So what do we have in a typical file? We have a correspondence folder, we have pleadings, that's legal docs. We'll have discovery, and I won't go into that here. I teach more about that in my class. Might have an expandable folder just for depositions, copies of depositions. In one case, I had 14 depositions. I'm sure maybe you all have had many more than that if you're a veteran paralegal. But we set our files up in specific ways to make it easier to find things. And in the pleadings file especially, we have an index with tabs in between, numbered tabs, and the index on the top will say what's in there. So the attorney picks up this file, or we pick it up, we can find things quickly in there, okay? So the computer files, same thing. There have to be consistent ways to name correspondence, pleadings, if it's a motion, if it's named MTN versus MOT, it's not going to be in sync when it lines up in there, and it might be hard to find. So every staff member has to name the documents the same, or should, and it makes life easier. So, number 2, the paralegal has to be a major problem solver and researcher. And that doesn't just mean using a special program that the attorney subscribes to for legal research. It means using Google. It means using YouTube. And why would I say YouTube? Well, if there's something that you don't know how to do in Microsoft Word, I would Google it, but I would YouTube it. I would search on YouTube for that answer, because so many people have made videos. Don't spin your wheels. It's not like you have to wait to buy a book. You've got it at your fingertips now. So when you're trying to figure out how to do a table of contents in a brief or a table of authorities, there's help online for that, like recorded videos. And you want to learn how to do Microsoft Word merge or basic Excel, everything is there at your fingertips. You've never used PowerPoint, but you want to learn how, you can do that today. So hone your research skills greatly. I can't tell you how valuable that is to an attorney. You are the person they will look to solve problems and to find the needle in the haystack. And number 3 is communication. And yes, I've said this before, that when you make a mistake, you should own up to it, confess to it, and then figure out how not to make that mistake again. And have that answer ready for the attorney. If you're owning up to a mistake, then say how you're not going to make that mistake again. And then in this another subcategory is under communication. When you hit a home run, when you find the needle in the haystack, you've got to say that to the attorney and how you did it, or you can give yourself an atta-girl, atta-boy when you find an answer like that, but you need to publicize it a little bit too. Don't be afraid of that. Just say, I found that answer you were looking for, and they might be shocked in some instances that you did, and they'll want to know, where'd you get it? And you tell them your method. So share it with them. Share it with other legal assistants too. Not that you're just going to pour that over them like your ego's out of control, but they may need to know that. In that case, I might let them ask, but I would definitely tout this to the attorney that you found the answer, because they need to know you're a go-to person for that. Got it? And then the last thing in this as a subcategory is that all-encompassing to-do list, the one in front of you every day that I want you to keep, that has all the things you have to do that day. I don't want you to put it you put it on the computer, sure. Or I used to write mine, but you can put it on the computer. Don't erase things as you get them done. If you have to move them to the bottom, fine. Whatever is easier for you to look at. And maybe your attorney will get used to looking at it too and won't like to see the crossouts. However, I would keep those crossouts then at the bottom as finished items, and push it way to the bottom and just line through it on your computer so that you have proof of what you've worked on. This comes into play for the times when people wondering if they're paying you too much, if you're really worth the salary. Yes, that happens. It happens everywhere. And you have all of this data for like the things you've accomplished. I want you to keep it and have all the things. I want you to watch the videos I did just the other day for the review process, and they're on this channel. That's right, I think right before this video, and it's in 3 parts, 3 separate videos. Watch all of those, write down each of those topics I talk about, and then track what you are excelling at, or maybe what you think you're mediocre at and you want to get better. places you've made mistakes and you don't want to repeat them. This is all for your internal review for yourself. And then when you're challenged, if you're challenged, or if you are given a review, and sometimes attorneys never do reviews, you have to know where you stand on each of those topics. And that plays into the proof. The to-do list is a proof of you doing work every day, but the other items are proof that you're excelling. Maybe you took a webinar seminar, and maybe you took a software class. Maybe you took a legal terminology class. I would write that down. If you're new to the field, I would write that down in one of those items under the review process to say, like, what are you doing to improve? That's your proof. It's like an attorney proving their case before the court, before the jury. You have to do that with your career, to yourself and to the people you work for. Okay, not to another paralegal, but to the people that you work for. So I hope this was helpful. There are more skills, I'm sure, that I will come up with for you for this field, and we'll talk about that in another video. But any questions or comments, please, ask me below. I love hearing from you. Comments are the lifeblood of any YouTube channel or Facebook page, and I love hearing from you. I want to know what's on your mind, what you're facing, and what you're looking at, and how to break into this field. And remember, look at zero debt. Look at the zero debt video on this channel. It's not that far back. And listen to what I say there about school. Okay? Don't assume that you have to go to school. So have a great day. Don't forget to check out the links below, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.